Tonight on CTV, how ASCSU passing Resolution 5102 is going to help minority vote still have a say in their election.
Then, with vaccination status at an all-time high, a rumor has been spreading around campus that have unvaccinated individuals deeply worried.
That and more here on CTV Channel 11.
Good evening, Rams. I'm Weston Hubbard.
And I'm Kenneth Frederick.
A criminal trial is finally being held after it was originally formed 37 years ago. Stephen Pankey, a man from Greeley who moved to Idaho, is being accused of kidnapping and murdering then 12-year-old Janelle Matthews after being arrested in October of 2020. No physical evidence has been found to link the two together, but the state has moved forward with a case after all this time, after incriminating statements Pankey had made have come out from his former wife. Janelle Matthews had disappeared after a choir concert in 1984, and her remains were not found until 2019. The trial began on October 6th, and we will be able to provide more information as we can as it comes out from the trial.
With cold weather coming in as fall starts, many Fort Collins residents will be turning on their heating systems. But the cost of heating homes is going to be more expensive this year. According to the U.S. government, heating bills may increase by 54%. The price increase comes from two main areas: inflation and the increased prices for fuels. Inflation is an issue gripping the globe currently. Here in the U.S., we've seen an increase of 5.4%, the highest inflation percent raising since the 2008 economic crisis. Natural gas, which heats over half of the homes in the U.S., is 90% more expensive this year than last, reaching a high not seen in 5 years.
Returning to a time when weather was warmer and we didn't have heating bills, ASCSU Resolution 5102, which we reported back on first in September, regarding the endorsement of a ranked choice voting system, has been ratified. The ranked choice voting system has been put forward as a more equitable way to serve the CSU community, especially with low voting rates. It asks the students to rank the candidates in order of their preferability. This is so that if a student's top candidate isn't elected, their vote may go to another candidate in the event of a tie. There was confusion on what the bill would do since it was only a resolution, but Senator Evan Welch explained that the resolution was only an endorsement for further action.
This resolution is just saying, hey, can we try to do this for Attica? Like that's more of just saying, hey, we support trying to do ranked choice voting for our elections.
With the bill finally passing in a vote of 19 to 1 to 1, the ASCSU will be looking at creating a constitution amending Lex bill to see their endorsement through.
After President Biden's vaccine enforcement for businesses with over 100 employees, or in this case, for healthcare workers to be vaccinated, UCHEALTH has not lost too many employees. UCHEALTH gave its employees until 11:59 on October 1st to have received the vaccine or have a proper exemption. Otherwise, they would be terminated. Out of their 26,500 employees, only 119 were reported as fired for not receiving the vaccine, 33 of those coming from northern Colorado. In total, that tallies up to only about 0.5% of their total staff.
With vaccination status at an all-time high, a rumor has been spreading around CSU campus that has unvaccinated individuals deeply worried. Checking your school email is just a natural thing that you would do, but seeing a message that you may be arrested is quite alarming. Students of Colorado State University received an email the week of September 27th. Roughly 1,325 students received said email in regards to failure to let the campus know about their vaccination status. The students had until August 18th in order to provide proof of vaccination or to declare an exemption. Before that date, students were sent 7 separate emails reminding them of said date. Students were then sent emails afterwards in regards to lack of compliancy. According to the Turning Point USA, a conservative group with a presence on CSU's campus, the letters sent out in the emails detailed that students would be cited or arrested with trespassing for not providing accurate proof of vaccination. CSU has outright refuted the claims, saying that they do not intend to have any students arrested and are claiming it to be a misrepresentation of the university's communication to students. CSU then put out a statement on October 11th, directly referencing the event. They state that over 2,400 students remain unvaccinated, but are still free to come and go as they please, as long as they have filled out the vaccine status or exemption. Regardless if factual or not, this has caused quite a stir in the eyes of those who are unvaccinated and left them wondering what could happen to them here on campus. Our live reporter Natalie Devereaux will be out next week to get student opinions on the matter.
Cannabis is a $3.5 billion industry, and by 2028, that's expected to grow to over $13 billion. The Panacea Life Science Cannabinoid Research Center is CSU's answer to that growing field. On Tuesday, the university will have its grand opening of the research center in the chemistry building. The building is possible because of a $1.5 million donation from alumna Leslie Butteroff. They will be researching the mental and physical effects of hemp, CBD, and THC. Students are excited to see what fruitful research can be done with the new center.
I think it's awesome. I think it's super important that we have that research right now because it's not federally legal. We don't have any research, and I think that just makes it more dangerous than it needs to be.
Make sure to stay tuned next Thursday when I will be covering the grand opening and some of the research that the new building is hoping to do.
Stick around, Rams.
Morgan Gardner has the latest on fall weather to come.
Welcome back from the break, Rams.
Thanks for joining us.
As if road closures and constructions didn't seem like they could continue on, they have found a way to do here at Colorado State University. At 1 p.m. on both Friday, October 15th and Saturday, October 16th, the west entrance to Lake Street parking garage will be closed due to maintenance. However, the exits will remain open. Following that, the general service building parking lot 445 will be closed starting Saturday, October 16th, all the way through to Wednesday, September 20th for maintenance as well.
POUDRE School District is beginning its district elections with 4 major positions up for grabs. The positions consist of board seats presiding over School District C, D, E, and G. 3 of the already residing 4 over those districts intend to run again, with the exception being Christopher Ferber, who has already reached his max of 2 terms. If you would like more information on the elections, you can go to psdschools.org/2021-psdboard-election.
At the end of September, we told you about new flights to California running out of the Northern Colorado Regional Airport. Travel enthusiasts will be glad to hear that another destination has now been added to the airport. Flights to Las Vegas will be on Wednesdays and Saturdays, leaving and returning in the afternoon. The flights are provided by Avelo, which started its service to Burbank earlier this month. The service is a few months away and will start on December 15th.
Fort Collins is a city that grows in size and population every day. The United Way of Larimer County is doing its part to look after some of the newer members to the community. They're holding a Newcomer Immigrant Youth Winter Gear Drive as a part of their annual Make a Difference Day program. They're looking for new or very lightly used winter jackets, hats, gloves, and hygiene items. You can drop off items at the Fort Collins Friends Meeting House or Our Savior's Lutheran Church. The drive will be ending on Monday.
Last year, Coloradans voted on Proposition 114 for the reintroduction of gray wolves back into Colorado's ecosystem starting in 2023. It passed back in November by a margin of less than 1%, but it seems that the wolves have decided to come to us instead. Chris Kurtrecki is a bow hunter in Jackson County. He was driving to a spot he visited last year when he spotted what looked like black dots. Wildlife experts have confirmed that the video showed Colorado's first native-born wolf pups in over 80 years. In 2019, 2 collared wolves came down from Yellowstone Park and were seen to exhibit denning behavior. Kurtrecki's video has a sign of things to come as Colorado gets ready to start its own reintroduction program. Well, Rams, that is all the news we have for you tonight.
But stick around for the latest on sports with Cameron Evig.
And later, the best in entertainment from Tom Isaacson here on CTV.